Dope Thief's fourth episode has extended the suspenseful crime drama that revolves on the main protagonists, Wagner Moura and Brian Tyree Henry. Ray and Manny's turbulent relationship as they fight to hide from the drug cartel wasn't the only thing that was revealed in Dope Thief Episode 4. The friendship between DEA agents Mina and Jack, as well as Ray's relationship with his new lawyer Michelle, are also developed. In the first season of Dope Thief, Ray and Manny have been at the forefront. But Mina, played by Marin Ireland, has emerged as a key figure in Dope Thief. Furthermore, after the former's issues with the law and the cartel are disclosed to her, the final scene of the episode depicts Ray and Michelle becoming even closer. All things considered, this episode has given the series a great deal more drama, which has led to a lot more inquiries concerning the plot and its characters. Mark Nader and other DEA agents question Michelle about Ray and his role in Rick's death during the meth lab heist in Dope Thief Episode 4. Michelle discovers that Ray has been concealing his illegal activities, even if she doesn't speak to the agents much. They arrange to meet at a club later that evening when she contacts Ray to confront him about his secret. Ray arrives at the club, however, to find Michelle waiting in a room with men wearing earpieces that appear to be DEA officers. Ray leaves the club when Michelle silently pulls Ray's attention to these operatives and informs him that they are observing him. Michelle obviously wants to keep Ray out of trouble, even though she is aware that he is wanted for illicit activity. She has become personally involved in his attempts to evade the law and the cartel by assisting him in hiding from the DEA. In contrast to earlier episodes, Dope Thief Episode 4 begins with a scene that follows Mina and Jack months before they meet Ray and Manny. The scenario discloses that while Mina and Jack were partners at business, they had a sexual relationship. It is hinted that Mina has feelings for Jack even if she wishes to keep this relationship a secret. This makes Jack's death, which happened after Rick shot him in Dope Thief Episode 1, even more tragic. While Mina was recuperating from her injuries, it was evident that she was grieving Jack's passing. But the memory with both of them makes her search for Ray and Manny even more intimate. She might be attempting to exact revenge not only on her partner, but also on a man she had romantic feelings for. Sherry called off their engagement and left Manny waiting for her in a church, which caused the couple's plans to fall apart during the third episode of Dope Thief. This happened after Ray spoke with Sherry, who was very concerned about Manny and warned her that she might expose Manny's cover since she had posted too many things on social media. Even though Ray made it known that Manny intended to wed her, he has since maintained that, for their own benefit, they should remain apart. Ray may seem hypocritical for what he did, but by addressing her, he was obviously putting Sherry and Manny's safety first. He became aware of Sherry's true danger from the cartel after being frightened by the severed head that was left on her front lawn in Dope Thief Episode 3. He therefore understood that she needed to keep her distance from Manny and that it was not a good idea for her to be affiliated with him while they were being pursued. Ray discovers a single explosive in the bed of the vehicle they stole as he and Manny escape the gunfight at Dogtooth Quarry. Since Cyrus owned the truck, the grenade was one of the tools in his toolbox that he utilized to murder the motorcyclists. Ray is later seen holding the explosive in his hands when Manny orders him to exit the truck. He expresses his desire to end his own life. The fourth episode of Dope Thief depicted Manny relapsing into drug addiction as a coping mechanism for the stress of hiding from the cartel. In addition, Sherry left him after Ray scared her away, leaving him feeling quite depressed. Nevertheless, in a heart-stopping moment that culminates with Ray throwing away the grenade, Ray persuades the suicidal Manny to stay with him to the very end. Sun is shown chopping down two dead animals that are hanging from his kid's swing set when Ray phones him and asks for his assistance in fighting the cartel. The tattooed man who is shown looking at Sun from a distance is implied to have killed and hanged up these animals in the exhibition. This mystery man's identity and employer are unknown. However, it is strongly suggested that he is employed by the cartel that is after Ray and Manny. The cartel has targeted Sun and everyone close to Ray and Manny in several Dope Thief episodes because they are aware of their identities. The cartel appears to be attempting to frighten its targets before they close in for the kill, much like they did with Malik's severed head. After this encounter, Sun naturally worries even more about the safety of his family, and his subsequent incarceration later in the episode may have an impact on his future devotion and support of Ray. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.